Hello Sagittarius, I'm Melanie Florence and this is Hot Tea for the Soul. Today I'm doing another sweet hot tea. It is a self-love journey. It sort of takes us in how we got here and what our healing elements are around us and how we're applying ourselves to the world and to our relationships, but more importantly, how are we getting the self-love? How are we feeling the self-love? So I'm going to start with a few different cards from a few different decks. And we'll see. I'm going to build up some energy. Let's see what we've got going on. That was cute. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. You are currently too close to see things clearly. Detach yourself a little and you will start to see things from a higher perspective. Emotionally detaching from this situation, a simple solution becomes clear. You know what? I've often told people that if you are in the goldfish bowl, you can't necessarily help the goldfish bowl, right? So sometimes you got to step back so you can get a bigger perspective, wider perspective, not be so involved in the minute and just see what comes out. And so this is sort of saying just step back so you can see things clearly, Sagittarius. Okay, a moment. Take a moment, Sagittarius. All right. Oh, the sun. We've got light coming into your life. We've got sun coming into your life. We've got blessings coming into your life. This is joy. This is feeling that warmth, that light that bathes everything. So there's a very strong Leo energy inside of that with the sun. But very strong fire energies. This is passion. This is your strength. This is the things that light up your heart. You need perhaps step back just a little bit from the light to get perspective of how big it is. We can go there as well. All right. What have we got here? All right, Sagittarius, let's go. So let's see what we got in the air for Sagittarius. This sweet hot tea. We have, I remember, a soul plan. Life, fated life versus destiny life. What is your fate and what is your destiny? What are you destined to do and what are you fated to do? The things that you have a choice in, the things that you will be involved in regardless of whether you choose or not. What is your fate and what is your destiny? And we'll remember, step back from the light, step not into the dark, but just sort of, you'll remember, we're taking a step back so we can see a bigger perspective here. Sagittarius is what we've got going on. All right, what else have we got for Sagittarius? Ooh, Lotus, it unfurls, Lotus, unfurls. So, open like a lotus, flowering spirit, revelation and maturity. And it does. It sinks its roots in the mud, right? And just has this beautiful flower that unfurls on the top. The lotus, it's like, an onion, but doesn't smell as disgusting. You can't pick it though. Don't go anywhere for us. But the lotus, open like a lotus, the flowering spirit. Step back from it and watch it flower in front of you. Is what I'm hearing just there. Okay, Saggy. Let's go. What have I got for Sagittarius this week? So we've got 5 cards for how we get here. So let's take an overview, Sagittarius. Things are unfurling. And you might be having a remembering, connecting to the things that you came in going, I'm interested in this. It might be all different sorts of causes. It might be all different sorts of stuff. But you have a remembering, connecting to your past lives, connecting to the light. All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. It's ever surprise you when that card jumps out like that. All right, there was a death. There was an ending. And we have a rebirth, and we have a remembering, all right? This is sometimes the cold of winter, and we take our time. This is a thing. It's an eternal cycle. It turns over and over and over. And the death and the rebirth and the eternal knowing of it all. All right, so this infinity cycle of death and rebirth, forgetting and remembering. All right, but you took charge. You took charge and you said your piece. And this is a air sign woman. So this is this air queen, and she is strong. She will wield her sword, and she doesn't like any bullshit. She actually says she says a sword of justice in her hand. She's not taking any bullshit. All right, and there's a spark of inspiration. You've been inspired. You've been inspired to keep talking. You've been inspired from this death, this letting go, this rebirth that you've been going through. All right, and it really is this inspiring moment, this spark of inspiration. And there's cutting through the bullshit and really getting to your truth is part of all of that. All right, this unfurling, open like the lotus. All right, 2 more cards. All right, the 2 of Wands. Not only have you been inspired, you're looking for the inspiration. You're now looking for the signs. You're looking for the symbols. You're looking to the future. You are looking for the things that inspired you. You're looking for, like, this card leads to fulfillment. These are the choices that we make. These are the choices that we make using our intuition, all right, that change our world perspective and our outlook to where we're going. So you might have changed your world and your outlook by really talking your truth has really inspired you and other people around you, but it's changing your world. It's changing your world and leading you to new places. Sagittarius, very strong. All right, one more for how we got here. Oh, Judgment. Oh, this is past stuff. This is also, did you get it? Did you get the goal? Did you become the ballerina? Because I always wanted to dance. My soul wanted to dance. So this is you. This is you looking at your life going, I still want to be the ballerina. I still want to be the butterfly. I still want to be these things. There are still goals. And so it could be looking at redreaming your life. It's coming up. Redreaming your life. And maybe going back and going over these. Because you want fulfillment. You want attainment. And you really want attainment from those goals. Like, it's remembering. You're remembering part of yourself and those things that you want to be, right? That inspiration is there. You can feel it. And it's gone from letting go, maybe of the old dream, so that you can really focus on what this new inspiration actually really is. You've got new goals that you want to aspire to. Ooh, Sagittarius, nice. All right, so what are the healing elements for Sagittarius in this reading? I really like this deck. This is the Light Seer deck, if you're ever looking for one. It's really modern. And it really engages. Okay, so the healing element is really being driven. This is hearth fire stuff. This is driven energy. It makes no difference which way you actually look at this card. It is all being driven forward. It is all going somewhere. All right, we're pointing our wand in and we're lighting the hearth fire. This is where you turn your wands in and you use your magic to get your heart's goals, to get your whole attainment. But it's really driven action. This is not just talking about it in this change, you know, and there's been frustration. There's been frustration in how you've had to talk about this and what you've gone through and what other people think and what they say, and you really have had to nut through plans and stuff, and you know, but that's how we talk. And you know what? You've had to let go. You've had to let go. You've had to mourn and let go of some of these. Are also, so sometimes this is dreaming. This is daydreaming of the past, daydreaming of the future. Maybe this is sometimes looking at our unfulfilled desires. So you're maybe going through those frustrations of what those unfulfilled desires are really helping you get a perspective. You step back from it all. You want to drive forward. Sometimes you need to step back from it all and go through the frustrations of all the unfulfilled desires. We're talking through that and you're really going for it. This is a spiritual quest, all right, to go through that. You're healing all of those things and you're using those healings, all right, Sagittarius, and you're working hard. All right, you're not sitting back waiting for this to come to you. You're burning a candle at both ends. You're willing to put in the skills and labor and everything it is to get those goals. You know, you've sat back and you understand what it was to, and some of this is letting go. You need to let go of old dreams and old perceptions of yourself so that you can work hard to get those goals and what that is and open that lotus and really remember and really get into it, right? So we're talking about stepping back from the perspective, stepping back from the frustration of what was or what is and what could be, and really driving forward and working hard with it. With these 8 and 8, these powerful 8s are really about attainment. All right, so you really want to attain regardless of the frustrations and regardless of the past loss or the daydreams or illusions. You know, you want to be able to move forward, and so we're really stepping forward inside of there with your healing element, Sagittarius. All right, what's the world think? So how you're applying yourself to the world is the world, right? You're going, this is me. This is the path to me. I am going through my seasons. I am getting older. The world is turning. There is movement. This is not staying still. So whenever we see the world card, we see that the parameters have changed, that we're pushing on the parameters, right? It's often a tree. It's the world tree. So it's your roots and your path to this tree. But it's about cycles and getting a bit older and getting a bit wiser inside of those cycles. So going through all of this frustration and this drive, people are seeing that you really are attaining, that you're changing your world, that you're not just sitting still, Sagittarius. You're changing the world around you. You're active inside of that, active in healing yourself and rediscovering yourself to get these goals, to get your attainment. You're not sitting there on your laurels, and hoping it'll come to you, right? And you're bathing in this sun. Sagittarius, 2 more cards for how are we applying this to the world? How are we applying ourselves to the world? Okay. So there's still more dreaming, and we're redreaming, and we're always redreaming, and we're thinking about the light and the dark, and we're thinking about the choices of our logic mind or our spirit mind. But this space is a really dreamy, incandescent space. You can get lost in your emotions inside of this, but it is redreaming. It's maybe moving on from that. Maybe it's moving on from these frustrations and this loss, and really being able to surrender to the path of the moon. Because you're taking your responsibility and you're taking your magic. You're going to climb that mountain with that magic. All right, we're coming back down the mountain. We've taken the responsibility in this one. All right, so this is taken at home. You take all of everything that you've done, and take responsibility of that. And there's a real strength in that. There's a real dreaming, and this card now sits right in the middle of this. People are seeing you doing a real dreaming, and we've got the sun and the moon on the table here. So we've got a real balance of yin yang going here. Very inspired, but it's really inspired to heal and let go of some of this stuff and take responsibility for your path in the world and the redreaming of that, right? And people might say wishy-washy, I say incandescent. You work it whichever way you want. All right, Sagittarius. So how else for our partnerships? What have we got going on for Sagittarius with the partnerships? What have we got going on for Sagittarius with the partnerships? All right. There is strength. There is strength and courage and tenacity. People are seeing you, and this is how they see your heart. This is how they connect with you. They see this strength of heart. They see the lion. They see the lion that will protect us all. They see somebody who will take up the challenge, who's got the has got the courage, right, to take on things with tenacity. And this is about overcoming obstacles. It is about your willpower. Sometimes it's perceived the battle of other people, but I think this is you. This is you overcoming obstacles and how you work together with your strength. And you use this, and this says to me that you're not treading over anybody to get it. People see you, and you're working in your partnerships with your willpower and your strength to overcome obstacles, but you're doing it with a certain amount of sincerity and some pride and the strength inside of this. All right, there's a lot of 8s and infinity symbols that are turned up in. There's an infinity in here, and 2 8s in this. This is bringing heaven to earth, how you actually apply this to the earth. Sagittarius, there's one more card. Let's see what we've got for the outcome. All right, you're really applying your test, and you've inspired to, reattain some goals. You've refined those goals. You've really looked at them. You're really looking at letting go. You're working hard at letting go of some of the old hurts, and you're really inspired to move forward through the frustrations. And so there is a certain amount of redreaming. You've got sun and moon, and the world is changing, and you respect that. All right. Oddly, one of my favourite cards of the deck. All right, because chaos rules supreme. This is a break-free moment if ever there is. Lightning strikes, and when it does, it strikes quick, and it's fierce, and it's fast, and it does what it's meant to do. This is a moment when you break free. This is where you break free of all of the confines of your past. This is where you break free of everybody else's expectation. This is where you break free of any more bullshit that you're holding on to, that you don't need to be holding on to in your life, right? There's a break-free moment. The Tower really is about the strength of your foundations, and it'll break through everybody. And everybody sees you as a person who's taking that challenge on, Sagittarius, in this break-free moment. I do have curiosity, so I don't want to throw another couple of cards for that Tower, because that's the last thing I expected to come out. So let's have a look. What have we got as like something to back up this Tower for Sagittarius, where it's going? That Hearthfire. This is tenacity. This is driving you forward. This is driving you to get those things that you want. These are the things that are healing you. All right. So with these big changes that you've been making of heart and spirit, it really is coming through. That's going to pay off. So you might be having a Tower moment, but it really is going to break for you of all this bullshit, and you are strong and stable, and you've worked towards all your goals. This is just unfurling itself. Sagittarius, step away and get a little bit of perspective. Maybe while the lightning hits is a great time to step away and get a little bit of perspective. I hope that you do feel that you are bathed in the sun and the moon, and that you are blessed by all that it is, and that you actually do have the power and heart to get everything that you want, Sagittarius, because you really do. All of these lines tell me that you have the strength and tenacity to get all of your dreams. I hope that resonates with you. Thank you for still being here. Please hit like and subscribe. And as per normal, I will catch you on the flip side. Mahalo.